John Joseph was a man with two first names. They left him in the railroad yard when they took away the trains. And only one run a week comes on roaring down that line. So all they got to worry about is time. I come by in the evening to hear about where he's been. He says, come on, sit down, kid, where shall I begin? He starts telling me the stories of the glories of his past, but he always saves the story of his Corey for the last. And he says, my Corey's coming, no more sad stories coming. My midnight, moonlight, morning glories coming, aren't you, girl? And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world. I was quite surprised to find out all the places that he knew, and so I asked the townsfolk if his stories were true. Well, they said old John was born here, he's lived here all his life. He's never had a woman, let alone a wife. And very soon you'll find out, as you check around, that no one named Corey's ever lived in this town. So I chatted the old man about the truth that I had heard. Well, he smiled and said reality is only just a word. Can't you see my Corey's coming? No more sad stories coming. My midnight, moonlight, morning glories coming, aren't you, girl? And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world. I came by one evening, but he did not hear my shout. I looked in the window and I saw the fire was out. When he would not wake up, I forced in the door, and I saw that old John Joseph would tell stories no more. The scene at the graveyard, just three of us were there. Me and the grave digger, we heard the parson's prayer. He said, we need not grieve for this man, for we know that God cares. They put the cold dirt over him, left me on my own. And when at last I looked up, I saw I was not alone. So I said, if you're a relative, he had a peaceful end. That's when she said, my name is Corey. You can say I'm just a friend. Corey's coming. No more sad stories coming. The midnight, moonlight, morning glories coming, aren't you, girl? And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world. So that's the old man's story. I'm glad you came tonight. You see, a busted down old railroad yard sure makes a lonely sight. You may wonder why a young man would work out here alone. Well, the job pays enough to keep some flesh on my bones. And I confess I get to missing the old man a bit. And there's one other reason I guess I could admit. Can't you see my chorus coming? No more sad stories coming. My midnight, moonlight, morning glories coming, aren't you, girl? And like he told me, when she holds me. She enfolds